Hello everyone, my name is Eric Haynes. First, I'd like to just thank you for supporting me in my efforts. I just wanted to make a quick video just to show people who may not be as familiar with making a multicolored design on the Cricut, how you would do that. So to start off with, I just opened up a new project, and in that new project, you're going to just go ahead and upload all of the files. This one just has 2 files, so I'll just be inserting those two. Um, all right. So first thing, you'll want to separate them. For whatever reason, it tends to overlap the two images. So I'm just going to separate the two by clicking one and moving it over, just to make sure that they are lined up. If you're kind of like me, I just like to make sure. So I just go ahead and align that top edge. You see how it kind of shifted up, and we can just slide it over. All right, the reason this is important is because you're going to want to scale your image to whatever size you wanted to print it out. For this one, I'm just going to do 11 inches high. If you notice, you'll have the lock up here. That's just going to make sure that the proportions don't get out of whack when you scale it up. So we're going to go ahead, blow it up. All right, and if you are still unsure on if this is lined up properly, another way you can tell is, excuse me, let me move that back. All right, so you can just align it and center them on one another, and you'll see that it does overlap correctly. So I'm going to move back a step. From here, I'll just show you real quick. If you were to try to make it, I apologize in advance if it takes a little while. It's going to basically jumble up the letters. And what it's trying to do is it's trying to use the minimal amount of material in order to print this design. That's not going to help you unless you just like putting together puzzles. So the proper way to do it, we're going to just click one color and we're going to attach it. So that's basically just telling the system, I don't want you to move these. I want you to print it exactly how it's attached on your sheet. So you'll want to do that with both colors independently, because again, if you try and do them together, it's going to try to attach them together. So it'll give you some weird results. So from here, you'll want to just go ahead and attach that. So now we have it scaled, we have it attached, so where it's going to print as one sheet. And just, I'm sure you may know, but just in case you don't know, these colors here are just reminiscent of the color that you would be printing in. You can change it. It really doesn't make a difference because the only color that matters is what you put in the machine. But I just figured I'd point that out. So if we go over here now to make it, you'll see the difference on how it's going to orient those designs on side of the canvas. All right, so it might take a little bit longer because it's kind of setting it up in that format where it keeps it correctly. So just bear with me on that. All right, looks like we're getting something going here. So just some quick things while it's loading. The colors, like I mentioned before, you'll notice it when you get to this side. It's going to basically have whatever colors you have assigned on that sheet. It's going to show them in that orientation. So if you had blue and black in this instance, it's going to tell you which one is going to be your blue, which one's going to be your black. If you are printing on heat transfer vinyl, you want to make sure that you mirror it because you actually do kind of cut it out backwards because you're going to flip the sheet over once you read it and sit that on top of your shirt or whatever you're putting it on. So as you see now, it's not all jumbled up. It's exactly how we want it. It's exactly the size we wanted. And we've made sure that they fit inside of one another correctly by centering it. So you're good here, except for how I mentioned, make sure you mirror it. If you don't mirror it, you just wasted your vinyl because it's gonna be backwards when you flip it over to put on your shirt or whatever you're putting it on. So from there, we're actually good. From here, you would hit continue, start printing, weeding, and getting it ready for your shirt. Thank you again. Goodbye.